give a warm welcome to the Principal Coordinator of Standardization and SMS at EASA, Claudio Trevisan. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Frida. Good afternoon, distinguished colleagues. Indeed, and now for something completely different, an Italian speaking English to a Swedish audience. It's going to be fun, I think. And to start with, you see there a different job title. It's true, I just changed position, in fact. Now my new job title is something that I cannot explain to my kids, but I'm working on that. But in the last 15 years, I've been working in supervisory positions within this strange animal called EASA. And let's talk about this strange animal and why I'm here with you today, basically. So we are one of the many agencies of the European Union, and we have been tasked with aviation safety, in a nutshell. So the mission statement is the one you see there, to promote and achieve the highest common standards of safety. Then later on we have added environmental protection, because that's also important, in the European Union. What does that mean in practice? We do a lot of stuff. Not sure we do all things right, but we try hard. And the number one task is what we call, ambitiously, rule making. We make the rules. It's not fully true. We draft the rules, because then the rules are promulgated by the European Commission. But the aviation safety rules, it's us. And it's no longer one rule in Germany, one in Italy, one in France, one in Sweden. It's one European rule. And that's a big part of our job. The second big part, big chunk, is certification. Certification of aeronautical products. From the complete plane, to the engine, to the part, to the component, to the screw, to the nuts and bolts. It's no longer a national activity, it's a European certification activity centralized by EASA. We approve organizations, aviation organizations, mainly outside the European Union, sometimes also inside. We cooperate internationally with all the other big players, the Americans, the Chinese, the Brazilians, the Canadians, and so on. We standardize EASA member states, and I will come back to this word in a second because it's a bit misleading, standardization. What does that mean? And you have here some dimensions. We were born in 2002. We're based in Germany, in Cologne. We are around 800 people from all nationalities of the EU, except one. We're missing the Maltese. So if you know a Maltese friend that works in aviation safety, we would like to hire him or her. All the others are represented. And we have antenna offices in Montreal, in Canada, in China, you name it. Now, why the need for a European agency to deal with aviation safety? What was the need to create that? Well, it's linked to the fact that in the European Union we enjoy this concept of the single market, which in aviation is the single EU aviation market. We are 31 states. We have the 27 EU member states, and then you have the 4 EFTA countries. It means we have 31 sovereign states that have decided to put together their abilities and to establish a single market with the 4 fundamental freedoms of movement. I put there the initials because I always forget them. It's people, goods, services, and money. So we enjoy a freedom of movement of these 4 essential components. These are the general freedoms. In aviation, it translates into a system where a pilot with one nationality, Italian, can get a pilot license in Spain, and then can be employed by an airline in France, and then can fly with his license to Cyprus, and all of this is totally seamless. Everything is mutually recognized. So no matter where it has been issued, an approval, a license, is valid and recognized by all other member states. This is what enables the European aviation single market. However, you can imagine that that's a bit tricky, because it's easy to say we are a single market, we are a union, but we also know how different European Union members are. So who ensures that indeed the system is solid? Who is there to ensure the public, the taxpayers, that the license issued in, a pilot license issued in Cyprus is as good as a pilot license issued in Sweden or in Finland, or you choose it? That's us. We have a role in EASA to monitor how each member state, how each national competent authority, for Sweden, Transportstyrelsen, is applying the rules, which are the same for everybody. But that's the theory. How in practice they are applied. That's our job. And we chose a fancy name. Instead of calling it monitoring, supervising, and so on, we called it standardizing. Don't ask me why, I never figured it out. But we call it standardization. And that's a very good example or case of, in my view, of cooperation in supervision. Because basically, it's a very unusual setup. At least I haven't met many of them. It's an authority supervising all other competent authorities. And in my personal case, I came from the Italian aviation industry, so I was subject to the supervision by the Italian National Competent Authority. And then when I was hired by EASA, I was in charge of supervising the other national competent authorities, including the Italian one. If they had told me, I would have come free of charge, without salary, just for the pleasure of supervising my former supervisory authority. Don't tell that to my employer, because they may be interested in that. And we have put in place in time, it's something that we started to do in 2006, so now we have some experience, what we call a continuous monitoring system. So we have a look on how each competent authority is doing its job by means of mainly inspections, audits. 1 week, we go on site, we talk to the people, we see how they work, but we rely more and more also on data. We are in a data-rich environment. We have a lot of information, and this can tell us how things are being done in each country without necessarily having to go there. And why do we do that? I already mentioned one reason. We need to trust each other's job. We need to trust the license issued by another member state and so on. But the first reason is safety. Earlier, discussing in my table, in my group, I realized that in my job, in the supervisory world I live in, if we don't do our job properly, people die. Now, this sounds very dramatic, and aviation, as you know, is the safest form of transportation, so it doesn't happen that often, luckily. But when that happens, people die, which is not the case in all supervisory authorities. In other cases, you just lose money or you have liability, but you don't necessarily have lethal consequences. So in our world, the first priority is always to ensure safety. We want to live in the safest environment when it comes to aviation, to civil aviation. We want to live in the safest environment in the world. That's what we owe to the European passenger. But it's not only that. The second one, the level playing field. We want a single market where everybody plays in accordance with the same rules and nobody has a competitive edge. So a French airline or a German airline or an Italian airline, they have to play by the same rules. The third reason, the mutual recognition. So enabling this single market where a pilot can get a license no matter where and can be employed no matter where and so on. There's a fourth reason, which is the recognition of our European system from the other big players. When we talk to the Americans, when we talk to the Chinese, we say we are one system. And they say, yeah, come on, you're 27 member states, you're fragmented, you talk 22 different languages. Yes, but in aviation, we are one system, and EASA is there to ensure that it's a consistent, solid system. All this requires an awful lot of cooperation amongst supervisory authorities. Because we talk with all our partners, with all our colleagues, we inspect, we raise findings, they work on that, and together we establish higher and higher levels of aviation safety, and so far the results are pretty good, touching wood, crossing fingers and so on, but the level of aviation safety in Europe is really one of the highest, if not the highest, in the world. Just some numbers, just to give you an indication, a quantity, 31 member states. We perform more or less 100 on-site inspections a year, which means each state gets inspected at least once, often 2 or 3 times in different technical areas, in different technical domains. We raise roughly 500 findings of non-compliance a year. We have around 40 people in the house working on this standardization activity. We rely on more or less 100 staff from other European authorities, including Trevisan, to contribute into our inspection teams, because we do the job together with them. And we spend more than 1,000 man days per year in the field just doing the inspections. Then there is all the preparatory work, follow-up, and so on. So it's quite an interesting example of cooperation in supervision. But what's the main enabler for this? How can we do that? We can do that thanks to the fact that we have common rules. We speak the same language. In aviation, we speak one language. And all this is driven by the needs of the aviation industry. This was not invented by some genius that said it's a good idea if we do things all in the same way. This was driven by the industry. This was driven by Airbus, to mention one. They said, guys, if we remain fragmented, we're going to be eaten alive by the Americans, by the Chinese, and so on. We need to have one system. And the system works on 3 components: European Commission, EASA, and national competent aviation authorities. The European Commission is the one that has the legislative power and that adopts binding rules that are automatically binding in all member states. And they also tackle infringements. If a state does not play by the book, it's the Commission that takes care of bringing the state in front of the European Court of Justice. We draft the rules and we monitor how they are applied. The ones that really do the job are the national competent authorities. They are the ones that have to implement the rules at home in Sweden, and they have to approve organizations, they have to issue licenses, they have to perform oversight on all their approvals and certificates. They have to take enforcement action when something is not done by the book. So you see how it's a system that really relies on cooperation between different bodies in order to ensure that even if we are 27 sovereign states, with 22 or 23 if you count Gaelic languages, we still work as one. Now, enough for the boring part. Let's start to discuss about some practical issues. I think you have already heard this debate. Prescriptive rules, performance-based rules. How's the situation in aviation safety? We use them both, in fact, because both have pros and cons. There is no magic solution. The prescriptive rules, they are the ones that tell the regulated entities how things shall be done. You shall drive 50 kilometers per hour. 49 is good, 51 is bad. Black and white. Whereas a performance-based regulation does not tell you you have to drive 50 kilometers per hour. It tells you what is the objective. You have to arrive home alive and on time. How you do that, it's your decision. I'm simplifying a bit, but just to give you the concept. A prescriptive rule is easy, is simple. It's easy to develop because it's black and white. It's easy to oversee, to monitor, to supervise, because you just look at 50. Whereas, on the other hand, a rule that is just giving you the objective, it's difficult to write it in a meaningful way, and then it's a hell of a job to oversee it, because the rule doesn't tell you how to do the thing. The rule just tells you the end result. But how to get there, you figure it out. What's the disadvantage of a prescriptive regulation? It's one size. It's a single size. Everybody has to do it in the same way. And we live in a world where more and more one size does not fit all. Whereas a performance-based regulation doesn't tell you how to achieve the result, and therefore leaves much more freedom for different types of entities to find the way that is most fit for them. And then a big issue with the prescriptive regulations is that they are not future-proof. They have a really hard time in coping with the pace of innovation. I give you a very simple example. We have rules on the minimum quantity of fuel that an aircraft shall have on board to protect the passengers and so on. And those rules are thought and designed about fuel, petrol. Now we have electric planes, and those rules are completely not applicable, because if you deal with a battery and not with fuel, it's a totally different thing. So reserves and so on. Whereas a performance-based regulation that doesn't tell you how to do things, but just tells you what you shall achieve, is much more future-proof if you do it right. That's the first headache we have, because in EASA we draft the rules. The last big package is the rules on drones, UAS. And there our experts banged their head for months and years on achieving the right mix. Should we be prescriptive here? And then tomorrow there is a new drone that doesn't match? Should we be performance-based? But how can that in practice be applied, be enforced? How is Transport Trevisan going to do the oversight if we write a very fluffy regulation that doesn't tell you how to achieve the result? I give you just two examples, and you don't have to read through all the text. But the first one, this is a prescriptive rule. And this is a real one. I'm not faking it. This is a rule that deals with the obstacle clearance of an aircraft when you take off. So you have been subject to this rule every time you have taken off an aircraft from Arlanda or no matter where. The rule says that the takeoff path shall provide a vertical distance from the obstacle on the ground of at least 35 feet, 10 meters. And please don't ask me why 35. Was 36 too much? Was 34 not safe enough? It's 35. It has been 35 since the Wright brothers. It will always be 35. 35 is good. Don't discuss about that. You don't have to wonder why. Okay? So this is for me the golden example of a prescriptive rule. And it has been like that since the Wright brothers, more or less. Now an example of a performance-based regulation. And I took this one from the drones regulations. And here they use a totally different wording, which sounds much better, but it's a double-edged sword. Reasonably expects that no uninvolved person will be overflown. So you have to operate your drone in a way that reasonably you will not overfly uninvolved people. And if that happens, the pilot shall reduce as much as possible the time during which the unmanned aircraft overflies those persons. You see here, there's no numbers, there's no distance, there's no number of people, there's no weight of the drone, there's nothing quantitative. It's a principle, it's an objective. You have to avoid such situation, and if it happens, you have to get out of that as quickly as you can. But you understand how overseeing a regulation like this is more challenging, because 35 is 35. Here there's no 35. Here there's, okay, convince me that your system is good enough. And now I move from the rule to the oversight of the rules. Okay, so oversight of prescriptive rules. How do you do that? You do it like that. Okay, so this is Polizia. Polizia, Roma, Italy. Okay, it's black or white. It's okay or it's not okay. There's no, and again, I'm oversimplifying, but there's no thinking. There's a requirement. The requirement says 35, show me what you do. If you do 35 or more, it's good. If you do 34 or less, it's bad. It's simple. It's yes and no. It's a checklist. It's boxes to be ticked. Whereas, oversight of a performance-based rule that says you shall limit and as low as reasonably possible and minimize, it requires thinking. It requires judgment. It requires understanding. And it may sound silly, but in the previous case, 35, there's nothing to be understood. You can give the checklist to your son or daughter, and he or she, without any knowledge about aviation, can check 35. Whereas if you don't have 35, you have to understand what is being shown to you. You have to understand whether it's good enough or not. So the first step is understanding. The second step is challenging. Convince me. Convince me that your way of meeting that requirement is good enough. Convince me that you have thought about the possible scenarios and consequences and so on. And finally, come to a decision. So you see how and again, apologies, it's a 45 minutes presentation, so I'm squeezing it, but you see how different conceptually is the oversight of a prescriptive rule versus the oversight of a performance-based rule. Aviation, till the 80s, 90s, was fully prescriptive. We had numbers and figures. We have a lot of engineers, too many, possibly. I'm an engineer myself. So everything was regulated to the 5th digit. But it no longer works, because now, with the speed of innovation that we have today, we cannot continue to develop rules that prescribe exactly how things shall be done. We have a new thing every day. So we need to move towards performance-based rules with these challenges. Now, talking about oversight. If you have performance-based rules, you can conduct what we call risk-based oversight. And here, just a couple of definitions. I promise these are the last ones, and no more boring stuff. But in aviation, we define oversight as the activity that an authority does to ensure that the applicable requirements are met by the regulated entities. And we have been doing oversight in aviation since ever. But now we are investing more and more in a specific way of conducting oversight. We call it risk-based oversight. And what is it in a nutshell? It's a way of performing oversight where the planning of our monitoring activities is not rigid, but is driven by certain elements. Here, I just tell you the word, then I explain it. Risk profile, safety performance. But the logic is the planning is smart. It's not, okay, let's do the oversight, one inspection per year. No. Let's do the oversight tailored to the needs, to the risk. And then the conduct, the execution, no longer focuses on compliance. It goes beyond compliance. So, okay, show me that you comply, 35, but show me how you manage your risks. So, compliance is no longer everything. Compliance is the starting point. You have to comply. Once you have complied, very good. Now show me how you manage the risks that you have in your aviation activity. Let me give you some examples and some explanations. First of all, the risk profile. We have realized that in aviation, we have very different scenarios. You have the big airline, you have the small airline, you have the helicopter operator, you have search and rescue, and each type of activity has a different inherent level of risk. Some aviation activities are riskier than others. Here I put the acrobatics, Pattuglia Acrobatica Nazionale, Italy. There, the level of risk is huge. There's no passengers, you don't pay a ticket, but still you have to protect all the visitors coming to see the show. Other activities are less risky, general aviation, private pilots, and so on. So each entity, each organization has a certain risk profile. And then each entity has a certain safety performance. The safety performance is the result. Can you demonstrate how good have you been so far in managing and in mitigating your risks? Here, just an example from FedEx. So many days without an accident. That's a way to measure safety performance. Simple one, primitive one, and then you can tailor your oversight, and you can plan and say, you are inherently riskier, you need more oversight. You are inherently less risky, you need less oversight. And then safety performance. You are very risky, but your safety performance is astounding. I take that into account. I spend less time with you because you're good at managing yourself. The opposite. You're not such a risky cluster, but your safety performance is bad. I need to talk to you. I need to spend more time with you. So tailoring the level of oversight to the risk profile and to the demonstrated safety performance. That's where we are investing a lot as aviation authorities in order to do, it's called risk-based oversight. I would call it smart oversight versus dumb oversight. And then I have said several times the word risk. And we could spend a one-week workshop discussing about risk. That's not the intent. I don't have the luxury to do that. But I really want to share with you a simple scheme. Wasn't invented by me. I should pay royalties to the guy who invented that, because for me, it's a mind opener. I love this chart. I'm in love with this chart. I hope I will be able to transfer that love to you. This guy, Malcolm Sparrow, is exemplified the philosophy of risk management and so on with this simple scheme. He said, the blue set is the set of all the things that are illegal or unsafe. So if you have a rule covering each element in the blue box, you should be safe, okay? So traditionally, our rules are filling this blue box, this blue set, okay? Those things are illegal because if you do that, you could kill somebody. So you have a rule, you have to drive 50 kilometers per hour. Because if you drive faster, it's dangerous. There's a risk. Okay, good. What's the problem? The problem is that the things that are really unsafe, it's another set that never matches fully. Ideally, the two sets should be completely, perfectly superposed. But it never happens. It never happens because you have always certain things that are unsafe, so they are in the red circle, but there's no rule. There's no mitigation in the blue circle taking care of them. Typically, it's the risks that are either unique, so the rule is designed to cover 99% of the cases. But if you do something very special, if you are an airport like Palermo, where the end of the runway has a mountain in front of it, I would like to talk to the ones who designed the airport there, but never mind. So the airport is there, the mountain is there, that's a unique risk. Other airports don't have a mountain just in front of the runway. And there's no rule addressing the fact that if you have a mountain in front of the runway, then you should do things in a specific way. There's no rule for that. It's a unique case. It's only Palermo. I don't think there's any other airport with a mountain in front of the runway. Now, you can still go to Palermo. It's safe, it's a nice place, and so on. So it's the unique risks, and it's also the new risks. It's the risks stemming from new stuff where there's no rule yet. Example, the drones. The drones are there. We have some rules. But they have introduced, and they are introducing, new risks into the aviation environment, and there's not yet a rule catching them. So there's no way the two sets can match in full. And this means that, on top of that, the red circle is not moving, is not static, it's moving, because with time, there's new, I called it new stuff, new technologies, new tools, new things, new drones, and this is fantastic, but this introduces constantly new risks. So the red circle keeps moving to the right, and then the blue circle, the circle of the rules, tries to catch up. So we develop new rules, we amend the rules, we improve the rules, but it's a lost game. Innovation is always faster than the rule makers. It's really, really challenging to develop rules to the pace of innovation. So actually the gap is becoming wider between the rules and the things that really can kill people. And we have three areas. The first one, the blue part outside of the red one, is the area of regulatory inefficiency. It's the part where we have rules that do not mitigate any real risk. It's rules that were developed in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, and then they stayed there, because once you have a rule, you never take it out. Especially in aviation safety, we're very conservative. I don't understand why we have that rule, but don't touch it. Because for sure there was a good reason to have that rule, never mind, keep going. And then in the end we have books of 10,000 pages of rules. And there are some rules that are no longer needed, because innovation in the meantime has taken care of those risks, but the rule is still there, first part. Second part, where the two sets are actually superposed, that's the area of regulatory effectiveness. Because there is a match between a risk in red and the rule in blue that is taking care of that. So there you achieve safety by compliance. You have a risk, you have a rule, if you comply, you're safe. Then, unfortunately, we have the third area. That's the area of risks that are not mitigated by compliance. So the terrible or fascinating thing in aviation is that you can be fully compliant with all the rules, but there is still 1 or 2 or 10 risks that are not mitigated, because the rule is not good enough, because the rule has not evolved, or because you have a unique risk that the rule didn't take care of, because the rule thinks in general terms. And that's where you need, in aviation we call it a safety management system. Just for experimental purposes, those of you that are familiar with the concept of safety management systems, please raise your hand. Okay. I was aiming at the 30%. I see that we are below that, but it's normal, because this is, in aviation, something extremely relevant, I guess also in other domains, because we have this safety dimension. The concept of an SMS, of a safety management system, is a smart requirement that tells, in this case, the aviation organizations, as compliance is not enough to ensure safety, you, the airline, you, the maintenance organization, have to put in place a system, a safety management system, to identify your hazards, to assess your risks, and to mitigate them. If you think about that, it's amazing. Basically, it's the rule, the regulatory system, recognizing that the regulatory system is not enough to ensure safety, and that therefore the organization needs to look into itself and recognize, I have a mountain in front of my runway, and the rule doesn't protect me from that, so I have to do something. That's a safety management system. I'm simplifying it a bit, but please pardon me. So, coming back to the concept of risk-based oversight, you can have a risk-based oversight model where you have a planning of your oversight that is driven by the risk profile and the safety performance. And then you have an execution, a conduct of your oversight that is not only compliance verification, that's traditional oversight. Show me that you comply. Or as we used to say in EASA, comply or die. And don't quote me on that. And now we add to that, assess the ability of this entity to manage their risks. Okay? So risk profile and safety performance driving the planning. Execution, looking at compliance, but also looking at the ability of the entity to manage its risks. And then on top of that, you need a couple of more things. You need tools, models, IT tools, platforms, solutions, and you need people. So far, I haven't mentioned them, but they are the most important thing. You need inspectors that are competent, especially in a performance-based environment where it's no longer 35, but it's think, understand, challenge, decide. Then you really want to have competent inspectors. Competence meaning a combination of things: specific knowledge, skills, attitude, and many more. Again, time is limited, so. And if I can leave you with one concept on safety management systems, especially for those of you that didn't have a chance yet to be exposed to that, you can find books, you can find literature, you can find the Encyclopedia Britannica about SMS, but I'd like to give a definition that, again, is not mine, it's stolen from another guru. SMS is driven by 4 questions that are very easy to answer if you have an SMS, a safety management system. They're impossible to answer if you don't have it. Question number 1, think of being an airline. Think of being an aviation entity. What's going to cause your next crash? What's going to be the cause of your next serious incident? Because you're going to have one. It's inevitable. Aviation is a risky activity. So hopefully you're not going to have an accident, but you will have an incident. Why? What's going to be the cause? Second question, how do you know that? Because if you know what's going to be the cause, well, how did you figure it out? What is telling you that that's the problem? The mountain at the end of the runway. Okay, very good. What are you doing to avoid it, to prevent it? So, risk management, risk mitigation. Once you have identified what's going to cause your incident, what are you doing to prevent that from happening? And the last one, do you know if it's working or not? That's a safety management system. The author is Bill Voss. He was the CEO, the president of Flight Safety Foundation at the time. There's literature. You can find that magazine on the web. If you want to know more, available for further questions. Now, I've told you a lot about theory. Let me tell you 2 things about practice and practical challenges. And again, a picture I love. Okay, theory versus practice. So this is a pedestrian crossing, and you can see how a bunch of engineers had designed a safety feature. So to cross, you have to go through that, you cannot go straight, and you have to slow down, and so on. On the right, you see what people do. Okay, people don't bother, people don't think like engineers. They take the shortcut. And this in aviation is a big issue because normally in good faith, sometimes in bad faith, people take shortcuts. And then all our barriers, mitigations, and rules are out of the window. And the second challenge, which is even more difficult to tackle, is the pace of innovation. So, exhibit number 1. This is the cockpit of a commercial plane where our parents were flying. This is the cockpit of a Concorde. It looks quite analogic and dials and so on. This is a cockpit today. This is an Airbus 380. You probably have flown, you've taken it, and you see how more complex it is. That's how we fly today. So this is our parents, this is us, and this is our kids. Okay? So in 2-3 years' time, maybe less, San Francisco or Dubai or Stockholm, we will be flying like that. And this is a tremendous challenge for regulators, for supervisory authorities, because the rules are always slower than innovation. So we can't rely on compliance. We need to rely on performance-based rules that are future-proof, and on risk-based oversight, where entities have to manage their risks, and then supervisory authorities have to understand and challenge how entities are managing their risks. So in a nutshell, way forward, we need a cooperative approach in supervision amongst all the various actors, European Commission, EASA, member states, competent authorities, even the approved organizations. They are part of the game. It's not us against them. We need the right mix of rules. Sometimes a prescriptive rule is absolutely fine, but more and more we need performance-based rules. And then we need the right oversight. We need a smart oversight, not a black and white oversight. We need an oversight that takes into account the risk profile of the entity, that takes into account the performance, the safety performance of the entity. And then we need to check not only compliance, but how good the entity is in managing its risks. And last not least, again, I put it at the end, but it's the most important in my view, we need people, inspectors, that are competent to do the job. Otherwise, it's just theory, and the whole castle collapses. And you also need some tools and enablers. And one thing we are working on since many, many years, we have a European plan for aviation safety. It's a big book coordinated by EASA with the involvement of all national aviation authorities that is trying to tackle what are the issues we have at European Union level, and then what are the specific issues that we have at national level, and how can we tackle them in a cooperative way. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your patience and for listening to me, and I hope to see you soon in Cologne. And if you have any question, please drop me an email. I think we have like 3 minutes for question, and I would be delighted to address them now or later.
Yes, a warm round of applause. Super interesting to hear about the minding the gap really between innovation and regulators trying to catch up. And minding that gap. Do we have any questions from the audience? Because we have such limited time, and I want to that everybody has the opportunity to fire away a question. And while you're thinking, if you would just say one thing, I mean, there are so many authorities here. What is your best advice for minding the gap, really? How can we run faster?
Now, my experience is fully aviation-centric. So I have to recognize that I'm completely blind to most of what the other domains do. So it's very ambitious for me to give any meaningful advice to all the non-aviation people. But if I can extrapolate something, I think what applies to aviation probably applies to most of you. Given the speed of innovation, given the changes we're facing, the rules, no matter what domain you are, the rules are not enough, or will soon not be enough. And you cannot just develop more rules to catch up. The gap will grow bigger and bigger. So you will have to put in place a system for the entities that you regulate to manage their own risks, and you will need people that are really competent in order to be able to assess whether it works or not.
And sorry, but is your experience that people that also work in the industry, are they really willing to assess their own risks, all of them? Or
most of them are.
And if they are not, how would you help me, if I'm not one of the lazy ones, how would you help me to motivate me to comply, sort of, and work together?
Most of them are, because in aviation there is always this bottom line. If you do it really wrong, you kill people. You may also kill yourself, by the way. So typically the average aviation stakeholder is willing to do things right. There is always a fraction of entities that don't want or are unable to do it right, and that's where you need the authority to take out the guns and say, okay, I gave you all the opportunities to do things right. You really don't want, or you're unable. I pull your approval because you're becoming a danger.
Comply or die.
Yes.
Yes. And with those brilliant words, we want to thank you so much for coming here. Let's give Claudio a warm round of applause. Love to have you here, and you will also have some beautiful flowers to bring with you back to Italy.
Thank you so much.